Hello, everybody. My name is Cale. Welcome to another episode of the Weekly Tall Talk. This is actually episode 50, so you're in for a treat. But before we go along any further, I need to talk to my co-hosts. I need to check in. Corey, how are you doing today?
Hey, we're doing great here. Thanks for passing it over, Cale. Just another night. We're just here ready to record. I'm going to pass it over to my main man, Xavier. How you doing, brother?
Doing good.
Hold on, guys. All right. Hello. Hey.
Oh, no.
Who the fuck is this? I just got back from walking Frank, man. I'm ready to record. Who's this?
You weren't answering
Corey.
the phone earlier, bro. I mean, we have
I was walking Frank.
stand-ins for a reason. Well, you need to communicate better because now BigGuyCory is here, and I don't think he's going to give up the spotlight.
It's not going to happen.
Fucking, you get really my stand-in? That's who's filling the role for me.
Well, it's actually a sit-in now.
Sit in. Yeah, he's here now, so it's a sit in. Corey, maybe this will be a lesson learned. You're the only one with a stand-in because Xavier and I are reliable.
You know, that's a good point. That's a really good point in humility. I'll take that L.
Okay.
Yeah, take that out, but just hang around.
Corey, welcome to the Weekly Tall Talk.
Yes.
Hey, thank
Welcome,
you.
sir.
Appreciate that, guys. I'm so glad to be here.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for the intro. I'm doing good tonight. It was another fine evening in LA, or Ventura County, where I am at.
Yeah.
But yeah, Corey, how about you? Our other Corey.
Corey. Yes.
No, I'm doing great, man. Like I said, I just got back from walking Frank a little bit ago. I had a really nice day just lounging about my house and playing a little game called Lies of P, which just came out.
Oh.
If you like Dark Souls or Bloodborne, Soulsborne games, pretty damn good.
Interesting. Cool.
Yeah.
Very
but
nice.
Cale,
Very nice.
we got to hear from you now, dude. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good. Thanks for hosting.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
My pleasure. I couldn't pass it up on this one. I knew we had a special guest in store, so I couldn't pass up this one. And yeah, the sicknesses grabbed me by the throat, but I'm not letting it win, and I'm still hosting. I've had enough.
You've had
You might
enough.
hear some coughing, but you probably won't because Corey is a engineering whiz and blurps out all of our terrible stuff anyway. So
I do what I can.
we're good to go. Well, like I said, very special episode 50. And we also have our brother here from the north.
Yes.
All the way from up there. Corey, how are you really doing now that we're in? Bigger Corey, enormous Corey, colossal Corey.
From Canada.
Any of the above.
I'm doing fantastic. So, first of all, thank you all so much for having me. I can't thank you guys enough. Just the opportunity to come on here and talk with a couple of the great boys. Love this.
That's awesome.
And we are complete polar opposites. We can't be any further apart. You guys are Southern California. I am
that's
Eastern
right.
North Canada. So I am glad that we were able to do this 4 hours apart. So you are talking into your future today.
Absolutely.
Oh, I love it.
What's it like, man?
And you're
Is it
coming
dark?
back in time.
Oh, it is. It is dark. It is a fun place here. So
If that isn't a travel endorsement, I've never heard one.
Yes.
It is fun here.
yes, it is
That's all I need to
we
do.
are the home of the giant lobster statue. If you look up Shediac, New Brunswick, you will see the biggest lobster statue in the world. And after that,
that's cool.
we have a Max Milk. So
Max
that's
Milk?
what
What
we
is a
do.
Max Milk?
Oh, now we need that.
I thought it was like a statue of a superhero named Max Milk.
Yeah, seriously.
Max
I thought
Milk.
there was like a giant milk statue. And I was like, nice.
Who's Max?
What's going on
What
with
do
the
you mean?
milk?
That's the milk.
Why
great.
is his milk out here? I love it.
Cool,
I love
man.
it.
Yeah, I would. I would love to see a picture of that fucking lobster statue. That sounds cool.
Oh, yeah, that sounds killer.
It is
Probably
quite
the sweet pose.
It is quite amazing. You can get up there and like Cale said, you can do a sweet pose. You can jump up on the claws. If you're under 300 pounds, I've never tried it. I don't want to. I don't want to wreck a statue. I don't want that on my resume.
Rock on.
I don't want to do that. This is the guy who lost the claw. I don't want to be known as that guy.
You broke the lobster.
You're not that guy, pal. I don't want to be that guy.
You're not that guy.
I don't want to
You're not
be.
that guy, pal. Trust me.
But up here, like I said, I'm just up here doing my thing. And I'm so happy that I could be on here with you guys, especially that you guys are called Weekly Tall Talk. I'm a bigger guy myself. And you guys are great in empowering and what you guys do. And I love listening to you guys and your situations and
what a
would
kindness.
you rathers. I absolutely love listening to it. And I'm so glad that I could be a part of it today. And like I said, and it sounds redundant, but thank you guys so much. This is going to be awesome.
That's high praise.
That's
We're the lucky ones to have you. And,
dude, for sure.
Long time coming for us. This is our first time actually talking without the texting. So
you and Cale,
long time coming. Big link up and stuff. But for those out there who want a little bit more information about you, why don't you say who you are and what you've been doing on social media since that's how we met? So why don't you dive into that a little bit? Let's get to the nitty gritty.
So when I first met this man, I originally met him on TikTok, and I'm a huge fan of the Bearded Giant. So I thought I would leave a comment on one of his videos. He hit me back with a mind blown emoji. He added me up. I had only a few hundred followers at that time. And within a year, I'm up to 36,000 followers now. So I'm kind of excited about that. So I'm trying to catch my main man here. I don't know if it'll ever happen, but I'm trying my best. So what I do on my TikTok is there's always a community for something, right? Let's be honest. There's always something that we have for pride. There's always something that we have for women, empowering women. There's always something like that. But there was a video that I watched a little while ago about men that commit suicide. Okay. And the percentages that when someone commits suicide, the percentage that it's going to be a man is a lot higher than it is a woman. And a lot of that, I feel like men struggle with. I mean, let's be honest. There's what's it in the population of America? Last time I checked, it was like 39% is overweight. Is that right?
Oh yeah.
So
I'm surprised it's that low, to be honest with you.
Yeah. So I always wanted to do something that's empowering and try to be the best version of myself. And I never felt confident in myself, I guess I could say. So I took it upon myself to, take the women supporting women approach, big body positivity. And I try to do the same thing for men. And the response that I've got from both sides, from men and women, both joining in this, has been tremendous. And the amount of messages that I've received and the positivity, it just feel like it was an untouched subject, that it's okay to be who you are as a man. And I'm a big supporter of you, Cale, especially since you've been on your own journey. You look fantastic, and I'm so proud of you. But I feel like in order to get to be your best self, you have to love yourself first. And that's the message that I'm trying to deliver. And people really respond to that. And I can't thank people enough and talk about how that effect has, flourished into my TikTok channel. I mean, that's what I mostly do things through, and how people actually respond to videos, messages, and what I do for them every day. And to have that purpose in somebody's life or on someone's day, that's why I do it.
That's awesome.
Absolutely, man.
That's rad, man. Getting to hear that message of positivity, especially body positivity in men, is just so important. Like it's not every day that men get compliments or feel great about themselves, and it's really nice to hear a voice like that in the community.
Hey, I appreciate that, man. That's exactly what we're looking for. I mean, I know you're skinny, Corey, but I'm glad to hear that from you, especially coming from that side. But we have two Corys today, so you're going to get a bunch of names. So I really appreciate the kind words. And I think that's awesome, especially men supporting men. That's a great way to sum it up. And I feel like we need more of that in this world. And that's the whole reason I do what I do on there. And a lot of good has came from it. I do get a lot of hate too, but I mean, it drowns it out. Yeah. Let's be honest. Cale, you know exactly what I'm talking about, brother.
Oh, exactly. Like you could get 10 terrible comments or people poking fun or this or that, but that one nice comment or this made my day or whatever it may be, that outshines everything. I mean, like you said, that the amount of positivity that you bring, I love it because to me, I'm just a guy playing basketball, and these things happen. You're the one out there spreading the message and this and that. And for you to say, you inspired me, or I'm a big fan of yours, it's vice versa for me, man. I love the approach you take. It just the overall kindness to other people is more of what we need in this world to begin with. Yeah. And the fact that you try to support people and be yourself and self-love, people are their hardest critics. We're all harder on ourselves than we need to be. And, sometimes it takes someone to be like, you're all right, man. You're doing fine. Things are going to work out. It's going to be okay is all you need to hear, even if it's from a complete stranger sometimes. So I applaud you for wanting to take the time and put out stuff and make people feel at home and make people feel accepted, because there's so much, like you said, with comments, there's good and there's bad. There's good and bad online and in life and everything. And as long as you focus on the positive stuff, I think, you're doing the good fight right now.
Hey, I very much appreciate that, brother. And you hit the nail on the head about good and bad, because when you get those bad comments, I hate to say it, but I kind of smile when I get them. And I mean, for the amount of good comments I get, and I hate to say it, but I mean, it's probably 50-1 when you get that bad comment, but you're going to read that bad comment. Let's be honest. We're going to read it every single time.
For sure. Oh yeah. You can't.
But I'm going to turn it into a video. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to use that comment. And I noticed you do that a lot. And I learned that from, watching someone like you, like someone that I looked up to and someone that I want to, get on the same level as, and use the platform for good. And I make sure that I use that. And it's hilarious. I think it's a lot of fun, and you're spreading positivity and you're motivating people. Like, you know what? If he's okay with that, I'm okay with that. It's not going to bother me.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. You're taking all the sting out of someone's words or someone's poison if you just use it and embrace it and say, you're giving them no power. You give people power over you to feel insulted or to be hurt or to be angry or any of these things. You give someone that power. You don't have to let that bother you. Like you said, I used to get all these messages, and I would just make it to where you respond to it directly, and then you just take all the power out of it.
Well, before we move any further with the episode, Corey, let's do something a little unusual. Would you give your TikTok now in case anyone's interested in looking you up?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. If anyone wants to check it out, it's all one word, BigGuyCory. Summed it up myself.
It's very fitting.
So if you guys want to go on and check it out.
Cory.
Yeah, Cory. Yeah. Yeah. All one word, all in capitals.
Very nice. Big and bold. That's how we like it.
Big and bold, buddy.
Thank you again, Corey, and thank you for all you do. We're going to move on now to our Would You Rather, if you were ready, my friends.
Yeah. Sounds good, man.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, for this week's Would You rather change one thing about the world or change one thing about yourself? Now, there's no limits on this one. Usually we put like a little bit of limitations or, guidelines, something like that. This is very broad. This is as out of the box as you want to get, or as personal as you want to get. How specific? I'll start with fun size Corey.
Okay.
On this one.
Right. The mini bite.
Yes. Halloween treat. Perfect.
Damn, I was trying to think of a Halloween joke. Oh, well.
Just leave this in. Leave that in.
Done. No.
I was thinking of anyway,
it was funny. I promise.
I believe you.
No, I would change one thing about the world. I've been thinking about this a lot today. Cale, you and I kind of talked about it earlier, about some of the things that we would do and try not to go into like some of the cliches. But I think I would want to change something about the world. And I think what it would do would be my idea for changing the world. I don't know what the effects would be, but I think it would be interesting. And here's my idea. I would make it so oil and gasoline and petroleum are no longer combustible.
Ooh.
Because like I was thinking, like there's so much that oil is made for, like plastics and like a lot of materials and stuff. But if it was no longer combustible, we would have to rely on newer energy sources, just by de facto.
Sustainability.
Yeah, that's my choice. What about you, Xavier?
That's an interesting choice, Corey. I think Now this is pretty far reaching, but I mean, anything that would change about the world would be.
That'd be your choice.
You just change the world.
Change the whole world.
Just I'm going to change it to Mars.
Throw it away. Start over.
I'm going to change the planet. We're going to be on Venus.
Yep.
The whole human civilization's dead. I would honestly, I would want to denuclearize the world.
Okay,
some,
dude.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid.
Little Hideo Kojima reference there.
Yeah, just that I it was a mutually assured destruction thing, but I don't think that means anything anymore. But but yeah, that's something I would want to change, would be to get rid of all the nukes, just make them disappear. We don't really, we don't need that. We don't need to have
imminent doom.
Just sitting
always at a button push away.
Exactly. Yeah. Like what? Why did we assign our own suicide pact for the whole world? Like it doesn't make for mankind essentially. So that's what I would.
This is what we do. Explosions and explosions are fun. We just made a movie out of it.
I know they are fun. They're very interesting. It's very beautiful to look at, but I mean, I guess destruction and
pay the price. Yeah,
that mass destruction.
Yeah, the fallout. Huh? That's really bad.
I mean, what happens after is bad.
A lot of the sloughing really, really turns you off from that.
Immediate radiation sickness.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Nuclear winter.
So, ginormous Corey, you heard both Corey and Xavier both think that they're perfect and they don't need to change anything about themselves. So what about you?
Of course not. Why would I? Look at me.
There's a lot I can change.
Look at them through the speaker.
Yeah, you in your car.
Yeah, come on.
Gas and nukes. I love it. This is great.
Oh yeah.
All right. So I'm actually going to take a little bit of a different approach at this.
Okay.
So I don't know. You guys might feel a little bit different from this. I actually am going to take this from a phenomenon standpoint. I would change time if I had the choice in this world.
Okay.
Okay.
And I just think that, you're here for your dash, and I would want to change time and slow things down, because sometimes it feels like life gets ahead of us.
That's true.
And you feel like you wake up and the day's gone.
Yeah.
And I would want to change time if I had any choice in this world. That's what it would be.
Would you extend like hours? Like, how do you think that you would do that?
I just think that there's not enough hours in the day to do what you want to do or what you strive to do. Sometimes I feel like life's beating you, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Or sometimes that it's winning when you feel like you don't have enough hours in the day to do everything that you want to do or accomplish that day, to feel like, hey, I did it, man. Yeah. I did my part and I got everything done that I said I was going to get done. Let's be honest. There's never enough time for anything.
No.
Right.
So if I had to change anything, it would be time. That's what it would be. Okay. And it's a weird approach, but that's the way I think about it.
Yeah, we dig it. We dig it, man. That's what we're here for, is the weird.
Oh, you got me.
Well, what about you, Cale, man? What are we going to go 4 for 4 here?
I believe so. This never really happens.
Okay.
But this might be a little bit of a controversial one, but I'm willing to take the heat. I think I would change the world by respectfully eliminating religion.
Okay, he's going with it. All right.
I was talking to Corey earlier about this, and I said that's gonna ruffle some feathers, but just to imagine, the difference that would make it if that wasn't a factor in people's decision making, or our day-to-day lives, or what wars were waged about it, or how people view other people just based on that. I feel like if we were just here to live and survive and have more importance than our here and now and our day-to-day lives and our relationships with people, I think the world would be a better place, personally.
So more on the lines of logic and science.
Yeah, I think that, and then just more, I think you'd be more united. If we're not waging wars or having all different ideologies and these and things, it would be more of a humankind than everybody chooses their own sect of this or that. It would be more of a universal experience for everybody. I would hope that would be it. Maybe it would make everything worse. I don't know.
Who knows?
But
right?
no repercussions, boys. Do whatever you want. I'll be like, oh no,
Cale's,
I take it back.
Take the nukes.
Cale's the god emperor.
The nuke god.
I think with wiping away religion, you'd get rid of nukes anyways, right? Like, seems
probably
to be,
we probably wouldn't need them.
Yeah, that's
I feel like.
Yeah, that'd be interesting, because religion does give a lot of things to people. You know, like we're talking about positivity. It gives something for people to look forward to in their life or at the end of the day. And I think that a lot of things would severely change for a large portion of this planet. If they no longer believed or had religion.
Right.
Yeah, that's
I'll tell you right now, I'm a firm believer in these ads.
Hi, folks. My name is Corey Andre, creator and host of the Weekly Tall Talk. I would like to say thank you for listening to today's episode. If you like what you've been hearing, we would love to know what you think. After the episode, don't forget to leave a comment or reach out to us on our socials, where you can find us at The Weekly Tall Talk. We're excited to say that we're working on a couple other awesome projects for this year. If you would like to know more about that or find out what else we're working on, we have a Patreon and Discord that you can subscribe to, where we can be found at Tall Tale Network. And if you have any other questions or ideas for what you'd like us to discuss on the show, please email us at talltalenetwork@gmail.com.
Welcome back from those ads. I hope you enjoyed them. We're moving right along here. We all think we're all perfect.
That's true.
So we chose not to change anything about ourselves and to change the world and force you to change with us.
Yeah, because the world's not perfect, Cale. We are.
We are. That's why we have the show.
Yeah.
Is there a world show? No.
The world didn't start a podcast, did it?
No, they didn't. And they never will. Let's be honest. They don't have the guts. Anyway, moving on, guys. We're all perfect. But would your answer change if nobody knew you made the choice?
To change it?
If there was no outside, if there's no outside pressure, none of us were here and we didn't know our own answers, would your answer stay the same? Would you still change the world? I'm going to choose Xavier for this one. He has mouth agape. He's ready to chomping at the bit.
The words are already coming out.
It's like, I would. You know I would.
Yeah, I still would still change the world, even if nobody knew that I did it.
Wow, the philanthropist.
Hey, no nukes. That's good.
That is good.
Either way.
You'd have a global wide manhunt on who stole every nuke.
Just all in my backyard.
Nukes, they're just all in your backyard. You're sitting on a deposit, just blow up the whole earth.
On today's news, you should check out this guy's backyard in Southern California.
He has all the nukes in the world.
All the nukes are in the bottom of the backyard.
He is the most feared man in Los Angeles. I mean, Ventura County.
Ah, yes.
His barbecues are literally lit.
Yes. Very, very large barbecues. My answer, I think I would still say the same. And I don't need to be the hero or get that fame. Just, I would keep it the same.
The humble approach.
Fair enough. Honest answer.
I like it. Keep it humble. Keep it humble. The reverse psychology, the hero god over here.
The hero god.
I did this. I saved us. No. BigGuyCory, how are you feeling about this answer? Are you sticking with yours, or are you going to switch it up?
So, I wouldn't really want to let anybody know that I changed or wanted to change time, or I changed time. I wouldn't. I think that I wouldn't need that. I wouldn't need that on me. I'm going to go the save approach here, just like Xavier did. And I'm just going to keep on smiling and say, I don't need to be the hero.
There you go.
I don't think that people need that. People would have their own perspective on their own day with their own time, right? Just like we do now. So people can be their own hero every day if they had that opportunity. I wouldn't need that.
Do you think if people figured out that you're the one who changed time, that they would be upset? Like, listen, motherfucker, I had 24 hours in a day and now I have 28. What am I supposed to do with this nap?
It's like, do you think I wanted to be stuck at Walmart for an extra hour?
Exactly. I gotta work. You slowed down time, but you extended our shifts by 3 hours every day.
More productivity.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
I am sorry, George, that you're still stuck here.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, but
Yep.
You're SOL.
Yeah,
Still
extra
get a
hour in the
paycheck.
pool is good, boys. It's good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
There you
winter's
go.
coming.
True.
How about you, little Corey? What are you thinking, bud?
I like it.
Man,
Sorry,
I think
sorry.
I would hope that nobody found out that I made oil and petrol no longer combustible. I think I would have nations after me.
We can't run our cars.
What are we supposed to do with all these goddamn cars?
Dude, I would fuck up so many things just like overnight.
Elon Musk would be that meme where the guy's like, let me shake your hand, you know?
Let me shake your hand.
Let me shake your hand.
I just want to shake his hand. No, you're going to shake my hand.
Oh, man. Yeah, he'd have definitely the monopoly on everything at that point.
Oh, yeah. Just be like Cybertrucks only.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, man. Don't tell me I just made the world a better place for Elon. Come on,
You
man.
did.
That's not what we're trying to do here.
Unfortunate reverse psychology.
Teslas everywhere.
Really messed up. You blew it.
There are other EVs aside from Tesla. I'm just saying.
That's true.
But nobody's thinking about
But
them. Nobody's thinking.
That's true.
Nobody's thinking about it.
Well,
Just off in the background. We're here too. Shut up.
I mean,
so here's the thing, though. Like, there's a lot of petrol still goes into developing those things.
well,
right?
sure. And his SpaceX program would come to a complete halt. He wouldn't be able to fire his
rocket
rockets.
fuel would be a little hard to come by.
Oh, yeah, it'd be over.
Oh.
We ain't going to space anymore. We're done, guys.
I'm okay
We got
with
to
that.
slingshot a man up there.
We would have
Get
a
the world's
greener
biggest
Earth.
slingshot.
We would
don't have
have
to worry about
walkable
that now.
cities.
There's no nukes.
Damn. No nukes. Yeah, see, we're good.
Don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
A lot. I feel like a lot of people would ride more like electric bikes and electric scooters around. I think the world would basically just like change into Amsterdam.
Just everywhere.
Yeah, just bikes everywhere. It's like 95% bikes or something like that.
There are
Instead
worse
of like
things.
getting a license for a car, you got to get a license to like ride your bicycle.
Ride your bike.
Learn how to pedal it.
Renewal fees. Son of a gun.
You got to prove it.
Yep, police chases would be really funny.
Can you still pedal that bike?
High speed pursuit on bicycles only.
Oh shit! He's going 12 kilometers. Get him!
Get him. He's got to kill somebody out there.
I don't know conversions off the top of my head. I don't know if 12 is a lot of kilometers per hour, but that's what we're
Oh,
sticking
yeah.
with.
It's a ton, man. It's a ton.
If you're
You're gonna
me,
go Imperial.
if you're me, you're like Mario Andretti. Okay,
Damn.
12K is a lot. All right.
Okay. All an ass.
I'm like walking around at
hauling
like
ass.
a 3.8. All right.
Okay, that's like 4 times that speed.
Oh, 100%.
I love it. Rock on.
Yeah, so please don't come for me. I didn't ruin your car. You did by making me angry at your car.
You bought it, buddy.
What about you, Cale? What are we doing, man?
Oh, I mean, you could be humble boys all you want. They're coming for me. You think they're coming for you? They're coming for me. I took all your gods away.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
That's true.
I took all your gods away.
You took away our
Single-handedly
faith.
stopped religion. You took away our faith, our meaning. They're
Yeah.
coming for me.
Our
but I want
purpose
them to
is
come for me.
nothing.
This is the difference. Everybody's like,
can
I
take-
want to be anonymous. I'm a good guy. I'd be like, I did it. I'd do it again.
You can take our gas. You can take our gas. You can take our nukes. but you cannot take our religion.
There'll be riots in the streets.
There'll be pandemonium.
Pandemonium.
I would love to see the entire world unite over the fact that there is no longer religion, but they're united out of hatred for Cale for taking away all religion.
Am I not the ultimate martyr then?
Wow,
There
a
you
true
go.
Jesus-like man.
You're really bringing the world together through hatred.
Through hatred. It's perfect. Shout out to Thy Art Is Murder's new album, Godlike.
It's
I would
good.
be godlike at that point.
That's good.
But yeah, no, I'd still keep my thing the same. I'm cool. I'm cool with keeping it. A lot of people would be upset.
Yeah.
Oh,
A lot of people would be upset.
now would it be just like they just woke up one morning and forgot religion, or they're just no, there's no religion anymore?
I just love to imagine that like they've just been shattered, faith shattered.
So like they wake up in the morning, they open up whatever social media, and then they see
Exactly.
Cale ends all religions, mind wiped. You got some people coming after you.
Oh yeah, just a great reset. Everybody's like,
Cale, taking away my religion?
don't I work with that guy?
He is
That's
on
right,
TikTok.
He's taking away my freedoms.
What?
I didn't consent to this. You're gonna pay. I'll be like, with what? The afterlife? Ha ha ha! And I just run away. I won't be judged. Only God can judge. Oh, never mind.
That's okay, man.
but-
They're only coming for you on bicycles. It's okay.
Oh yeah, that's true. I can outrun somebody. I can push them over.
There you go. You just need to push one over, and then the rest of them follow suit. You know.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, just like a domino effect. There'd be 100 of them. No, but are any of these questions? Was part of the reason that you guys chose this? I'm assuming it's for the good of the world, Xavier. But was any of this for fear of judgment from other people? If they found out that you had this chance to do something great for the world and you chose to use it on yourself, was this fear of that? Did that spur your answer at all, or are you just really like wanting to avoid Mad Max Fury Road?
Oh, definitely Mad Max Fury. I mean, that's great movie. So,
Movie.
if
You told me that was real.
Yeah, it's a doc. It's
I
a
thought that was
documentary.
just Australia.
it was, yeah, it's just
Literally
Australia.
Australia. It's just that.
They having their own problems there.
That's why nobody ever goes over there.
No, I wouldn't live in fear of judgment on that, taking away the nukes. I'd be
I would
perfectly
love
fine.
to see people that would just be mad at you for that.
Yeah, how dare you? Like,
son
what?
How dare you? It's like, here we go. Yeah, arrest these guys. Anybody who's upset with that, get them. Black bag them. Let's get them. We found them, guys.
We found the guy who took our nukes. They're in his backyard.
They're in his backyard. They're just unguarded right here.
Actually, he's
yeah.
having
Playing on 'em.
he's having a cookout. He's right up the street.
Yeah.
Just go
It's a block party. Everyone was invited. You didn't get the memo?
Oh, yeah. What about you, Double Dragon Corey's over there?
Double
Fear of
dragons.
judgment or no?
Which one's the? Am I Billy and he's Jimmy? No, what was it? Bimmy and
Whatever
Jimmy.
you want. That's between you guys. I'm just a spectator.
All right,
All
so
right, go for it, big
you will
man.
refer to us as Biggie Smalls. So
Very nice.
Perfect. Perfect.
we're gonna go.
Take it
we're
big
gonna,
time.
That just commands respect. All right.
Yeah.
It does.
All right.
Yes.
So
Well,
enormous,
maybe not the
Cor-
smallest portion, but
enormous
Come on.
Corey
You can't
here.
have one without
So,
the other.
I don't think I wouldn't want people to know anything about any changes that I would make. I'll be honest. Like, I mean,
That's fair.
I definitely wouldn't want somebody to know that I took away religion. I mean, let's just
Yeah, that's a good example. That's great, man. Thank you for that, Corey. Appreciate you. The support is always unwavering.
I guess I took the safe approach, I guess you could say, just because I feel like the world needs more kindness, and that's just my approach at
Right.
life, man. And I'm not gonna
Agree.
change that.
Right. That's a safe bet.
But I mean, maybe my main man Smalls over here, he might have it in him. So
yeah, no. Like I said, I would definitely fear reprisal from that.
Oh yeah, ExxonMobil's coming.
Dude, Shell Corporation, BP,
Shell's
fucking
coming, bro.
Sinclair, most of
Damn.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Oh, they're coming.
Probably
Fucking
all
war
of Saudi
on
Arabia.
your
Russia's going to start a war against Corey and Ukraine.
Oh yeah. Damn. Fighting on two fronts, boys.
The Southern California front.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, that would, I would fear for my life every day if I weren't already like assassinated, like Tony Soprano style.
Instantly. Black screen only.
Yeah. Because again, like it's not just like the shipping of like oil and like mobility and stuff. I'd fuck up a lot of industries and a lot of people's lives. Like I frankly, I would probably end up getting a lot of people killed with my decision.
I was thinking about that. Agricultural machines, transport of food, like a lot of things would go horribly wrong.
Horribly wrong.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, like then we wouldn't have to worry about like the energy infrastructure that we have, or like all of these other problems that come with like fracking and off-sea oil drilling and all this other ecological shit that happens. Like there would still be some, because again, we could create plastics and we could create things from it, but we just couldn't use it as an energy source anymore.
That's a good way to look at it.
Xavier really double Captain Planet over there. Saving the Earth one terrible mistake at a time. Very nice.
Well, it's for the greater good.
My biggest concern would trying to be to get my ass to fit on a bike.
Dude, we can make those seats big. It's cool, man. We don't have to be slim like that. Nah, they got technology these days.
Sweet trike.
He's already planning on going on Shark Tank. He is already planned this out.
Yeah, I did an elevator pitch. It didn't go well, but we're working through it. All we need is 10 million with 2% owner, and we're good.
2% owner. We're gonna give him that much stake? Well, fuck it. It is 10 million. That's all right.
That's right. We're fine.
So this is fluffy seats.
Yeah, exactly. I like it. Big rides for big boys.
This one, it's like a waterbed. I don't know why.
More cushion for the pushing, boy.
Very nice.
Do you think tandem bikes would be more popular?
I think it'd be funny as hell, right? Two giant dudes on a bike just running around.
Oh, dude.
Hop in, boys.
BigGuyCory and Cale on a tandem bike. Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh,
look out.
That would be sick. We're going downhill. We're like a tank. We're going through whatever's down there. Yeah. Pray for yourselves.
Is that a building? Not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. It's a walkway now. We're going through.
And that's how we redevelop. We don't have nukes anymore. We just got Corey and Cale on a fucking tandem.
Yeah, exactly. I like to imagine that like it's now us on this giant trike that can just mow through things.
Just leveling.
To hammer this point home, we can't turn. We don't have we don't have like the handlebars to steer. We just go straight. No matter where we go, we're going straight and just mowing through. Like that's a hospital. Oh, please save them. Oh no, we can't change course.
100 years from now, it'll be a historic monument because that's the first building that these boys went through on the tip.
There's going to be like a guided tour on ATVs. You drive through all the buildings we drove through.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh God!
And this was the St. Jude's that they first encountered. Oops. Unfortunately, the blockade of shiners were eliminated on the spot.
Damn. We don't pull our punches. We have no brakes, and we have no inclination to stop.
There you go.
They generated enough energy to go as fast as a peregrine falcon.
Damn. We're just destroying the city. We don't need the nukes anymore. We are the nuke.
Full destructive force.
Same level of destruction as she and I. Full power going downhill.
Damn, maybe I shouldn't go on Shark Tank then. This sounds like I've created just like a really bad outcome for you two.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, we're fine.
Red Bull, if you're listening,
yeah.
Next event.
Next event.
Yes, the next big earthquake that's going to hit downtown LA is just Corey and I.
What's happened? We shook hands.
Exactly. The claps. That was it. That was the beginning of the end. Yep, beginning of the end.
Oh God, man.
Speaking of the end, this is the end of the segment. Roll the ad, Corey.
Hi, my name is Dosen Janice. I'm everybody's friend, and I'm here to be your friend. If you need any type of psychic readings, I do tarot, oracle card readings, as well as if you're going through some sort of dark night of the soul situation, I can help you with that. Mentorship, talk therapy, things along those lines. You can contact me at mazy719@gmail. Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed those ads. We're back again with another griller of a question if you guys are ready.
Oh, man.
Ready.
Oh, yeah. You've chosen to change one thing about yourself. Does wanting to benefit yourself make you a selfish person? Selfishly, I'm going to choose average size, Corey.
Average size.
Love that reference.
Damn. Yeah, no, that's pretty accurate, I think.
That's accurate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's accurate.
He meant me. I'm average size.
Damn,
No, I'm
I'm
just playing.
underperforming, Corey. I got Cale with that one.
Killed myself into
I've
the
chosen
clothes.
to change one thing about myself. Does wanting to benefit yourself. Would you like me to say the one thing that I would have chosen to change about myself? It cut out for me.
Cale didn't say anything.
I didn't say anything. I was just humming the thinking sound.
Okay.
That's up to you. If you want to dive into that, sure. If not, we're good.
Okay. Yeah, it's a little hard to define, but the thing that I would change about myself is something that I've actually been working on. So I really hope that this applies. I've been working just on myself. I've been living on my own for the past several years, just taking care of my dog and trying to be creative, especially with this show and in my own life. Like, like my background is in art. So I really want to push myself to do that more. But I've gone through a lot of change this year. In particular, I moved from Oregon back to my hometown. I'm trying to get a job in the creative field with all the writer strikes going on, and the creative market has just been insane right now. But all that is to say, I'm still working on myself and I'm still improving my arts every day with the show and learning editing techniques and finally just being able to feel good when I wake up every day about the things that I have accomplished the day prior. And does wanting to benefit yourself make me a selfish person? I don't believe so. A lot of the things that I have done are for myself, but it was out of a moment of self-reflection where I knew that I just needed to make these changes. I knew that I had to start exercising every day instead of just laying on the couch for weeks at a time. Like I had to get outside. I had to take my dog for a walk. I had to prioritize all of these other things that my mental health just wouldn't let me do. And no, I don't think that makes me a selfish person. That's my answer for that.
Oh, definitely.
I think it's something to strive for. Like you're saying, always working on yourself is sometimes the hardest thing to do. Being aware enough to say, hey, I want to change this about myself versus looking outwardly to everybody else and trying to fit into that versus trying to better yourself or change your situation in life or how you feel. Sometimes that's a really hard thing to undertake. And, it's inspiring to hear, putting the effort into changing yourself for the better. And what makes you happier in a day-to-day situation is not the easiest thing. So good for you, brah.
Thanks, man.
Absolutely.
As all of you guys know, like it's a struggle. Like when you want to make those changes in your life and you want to be positive, like it can be a struggle to change the habits that you had.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Breaking habits is hard.
Yes.
I totally respect your answer.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. overcoming ourselves is difficult too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're your biggest
For our
critic.
biggest-
I'm sorry. If I could talk
No,
today,
you're
your
good.
biggest critic.
Yeah, no,
Is
for
always
sure.
gonna
I
be
mean,
yourself.
it's true. Like we're saying, like, and especially with like living by myself, like it's hard to get those physical interactions, like just getting a hug every day or being told that like I'm loved by another person. Like it's a different kind of mentality when you don't have somebody around you at all times, whether it's a parent or a sibling or even a roommate. It can be really difficult and reclusive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it kind of shows that, humans need interaction.
Yes.
We need other humans.
It's necessary.
Yeah.
In every form.
And there's probably there's those one-offs that there are people that just, hey, they thrive better by themselves. They don't need help from anybody. And then that's probably a small minority of folks. But I think in the greater scheme of mankind needs companionship. We need friendship.
Yeah.
And I just think that's better for us, better for our soul. Like having friends, people that are close, stuff like that. It's like we need that interaction, the human interaction.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. And physical touch, like you're saying, Corey, of affirmation or of a hug or something like that. But it's important to also, if you're not able to do that, I've been trying to be better about it. I used to be better at it, but shooting texts to people and just checking in on them makes a huge difference.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
just
So
take
true.
the time, go through your little list there or your group chat or something like that and just check on. Life's too short, man. I had you have fallouts every so often, but just take the time to take the 20 seconds to reach out to somebody and just check on them or just say, hey man, I'm thinking about you. For me to hear one of the guys is thinking about me or, hey man, this reminded me of you or this or that could switch somebody's mood or switch somebody's day. Like you wouldn't believe. So take the time.
Yeah, that's totally true. Somebody could be having a bad day and they get a text from you or something or a quick call and it just turns it around or something like that.
Yeah. It's a little spike in the endorphins right there.
Right,
but I definitely think I applaud that answer, and we're going to follow it up with the other half of the Corey equation.
Oh yeah,
we're passing it on.
So Biggie here. So I actually to go off of of Small's answer there. I absolutely love how he opened himself to the floor there and opened himself up.
Thanks.
The world needs more of that. And I really, really respect your answer. And man, I'm telling you truthfully, people need that. And I'm glad that you actually shared that from the heart. And it is a very sentimental approach. So you took the words out of anybody's mouth that if they had the chance or the opportunity to say something on some sort of a platform, great job. Like that was awesome. So I applaud you for that and being open and being honest. And I'm totally on the same page as you. Would I selfishly pick something for myself? Probably not. But the way that I take that approach is I'm going to use Cale as an example. He's totally changed his mentality. He's changed his lifestyle. He's getting active. He's doing everything that he needs to do. And it's showing positivity from his own life and shedding it on other people. And I think that if you can change yourself personally and be selfish enough to change your own environment, just like you're doing by getting up and not staying on the couch every day, I totally agree with your answer. And I'm going to build off that because if you can get up and show the world that you can do something for yourself and be confident enough to do it for yourself, just if you affected 5 people around you, those 5 people are going to affect 5 people around them. And you're not going to change the world overnight, but you're going to change your community and you're going to change your world and you're going to change someone else's world. It's not just as a world, as a being. It's everybody has their own world that they're living in, and you're going to make that change for yourself. That's going to affect somebody else.
No, yeah, dude, we're all just living in various forms of bubbles and within bubbles, Just like you're saying, like you can make the changes that affect you immediately, but then it expands and you don't really know what kind of butterfly effect that creates.
That's 100% right, especially when you reach out and throw that text message to somebody that does need that.
Oh yeah.
I was going to say the same thing. Like, just doing something like that is going to change their day and maybe motivate them to change their life.
Yeah.
And I mean, I kind of took that approach that if you don't love yourself, you can't love anybody else. And I wholeheartedly believe in that, because you're never going to be who you are, who you can be as a person, if you're not confident in yourself and fixing your own stuff and being, I hate to use the word as selfish, but you have to be a little bit selfish sometimes. So I totally agree that you should be.
I agree. And again, like, I don't think it makes you a selfish person, but like, to be selfish and take time for your own needs, like it's a necessity. It's hard to do. Not everybody can afford that kind of luxury, but somehow, some way, like, you gotta fit it in when you can.
100% correct, man. Life's not cheap.
No, we were just commiserating over US and Canada and how we're both kind of in the same boat right now.
Oh man, loved using my Visa down in the States and see that I got a 1.36% tax rate on top of the dollar down there. Love that.
Beautiful stuff.
So it's actually, to I guess sum it up, I paid 36% on the dollar. So love that. For every dollar, Americans $1.36 Canadian. So love
Come
that.
back soon. Thank you. Come again.
Yes.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Well, what about you, Xavier? What's your answer on this, man?
Kind of I agree with both of you guys. Both Biggie and Smalls.
Very nice.
It's I don't think it's selfish to want to work, improve yourself in any regard. Like for me, I think the biggest thing for me is learning how to love myself. And like I heard that saying before,
it's hard,
like,
man. You
can't love yourself, like what you were saying, Corey, that how can you love somebody else? And that's kind of like a struggle that we're always our most harshest critics. And on a daily, I'm always harsh on myself. But it's something trying to work towards, trying to better that, and just trying to figure out how to love myself, as weird as that may sound. But, you're
right.
That's probably the one thing that I would change about myself. Currently trying to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Battling weird or depression and stuff like that. But, there's other things that people go through every day that it's kind of, I don't know if my case is any different from anybody else's. But I think that would be one thing. But I don't think that would be a selfish thing to do. It's just to put work into yourself. If you see something that's lacking, look in the mirror, because usually the issues are staring right back at us. And just taking accountability for yourself, and if you want something better, try to make it better. At least that's what I've been trying to tell myself, that trying to look at that way in a positive light.
Positive affirmation.
Yeah. But yeah, that's where I think for this question, that's where I would stand, is just I don't think it'd be selfish to try to improve yourself. Try to be happier in that regard, be happy for your family. Like I have a family. I have a 2-year-old daughter. So coming home every day to her, going, daddy, it is a wonderful thing. It's I never thought I would be so attached, to anything like that. And it makes me happy coming home all the time.
Very nice, man. Everybody needs that.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to be happy coming home,
Yeah. So, but, Cale, I don't know if we heard your answer yet.
And you never will. I'm joking. No, I'll just piggyback on everything. I mean, this is a lot of affirmation as, it can apply for everybody, but like Corey alluded to earlier on, like men's mental health has, kind of been brought to the forefront lately. But it's always been kind of a struggle, especially with kind of the older mindset. Men don't cry.
Sure. Yeah.
Men don't show emotion. Machismo stuff's has been a big thing forever. And,
mental.
my dad was like the exact opposite of that. I've never met a stronger person.
Your
And he
dad
never
was like the
said
most
it.
loving, gentle,
Yeah,
like father
never
figure
said
I think I've ever met.
I
don't know. Xavier's dad
curse
was pretty
word
close
or
too.
anything. Yeah. So, I mean, in terms of that, like I felt love and security and like, but he never needed to do anything physical or anything, but you knew he was the boss.
Yeah.
And, it was just that silent power. And, change about myself, maybe, something I've kind of already done, but maybe do it earlier in my life is to be vulnerable with other dudes. I'm a very affectionate person. I'm a very loving person. I mean, I've told you guys I loved you for forever. And, I go out of my way to kind of get those emotions across and just say, it's like I said earlier, life's too short for us to like tiptoe around or do this. Toxic masculinity is the grossest thing I can think of.
100%.
For me.
Couldn't agree more.
Personally, I've just never had to deal with it myself. I've never felt that kind of machismo nonsense.
Yeah.
And just the way I've shaped my life, I guess lately and ever since we were kind of younger, is just to be, for lack of a better term, like a brother to everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there's brothers to you guys. I mean, that's hits on a different level, but to be that person for somebody else when they don't have it. I don't have any, I have my dad, but I don't have any other father figures or older brothers or anybody. My uncles aren't really around. So not that I was like wanting to be a father figure to anybody or do anything like this, but I always wanted to be somebody that people could lean on or talk to me or do something and not be, worried I was going to be disappointed in you or embarrassed for you or judgmental of you. Having somebody like that, I think, is very important. I think hopefully we all have that.
Yeah.
But if you don't, like, it's important to be that for someone else. So I guess just supporting other men. I mean, you need to know when to tell people, hey, man, you're doing wrong.
Yeah.
Which is a hard thing to do, especially when you're close to people. You need to be like, hey, this ain't right.
Yeah.
And we need to reverse course or something like that. So that's a hard conversation to have, but we need to do that for each other. And I think just stepping up and being vulnerable and stuff. Like I said, I've said I've loved you guys forever, and just putting those things out there. Everybody needs to feel that. I don't care who you are. You need to feel it, and you need to put it out there. It makes a difference to people.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes a difference to me. It makes a difference to that. And when we were growing up, early 90s, whatever, 2000s, it wasn't necessarily cool to be telling dudes you loved them or this or that. You'd get a lot of flack for it, and just that's because stupid teenage mindset and all this other stuff. But I couldn't care less about that. I tell people I love them all the time. For what? You never know what's going to happen to people, and always leave on a positive note. So I guess maybe just being more vulnerable earlier in life. I wasn't toxic masculinity, but I was definitely like, oh, I want to fit in with the group. I want to fit in with this. And it's like the dumbest mentality I could think of. So I'm glad we've abandoned that. And, hug your friends, man, whatever.
Hug your friends. I think it's really interesting that all of us chose the thing that we would work on ourselves would be non-physical, non-physical attributes. And I really think that that's interesting that we all kind of agreed to that organically.
Right.
Because for me, I'm exercising and I'm doing what I can and I have an ideal body, but it's not like if I had an option to change everything about me, I think my body is the last thing that I would waste that time on. And not counting health, I do, but I guess that is to say is the mental health aspect of life is just so important and so fleeting sometimes that it really is good to know that a lot of us think the same way, even though we haven't had this conversation before.
Right.
A lot of us do want that. Yeah, go ahead.
I think it's easier running on a mindset than a goal. And I feel like too many men run on goals than a mindset. Yeah. And it begins with, self-loving yourself. And like Cale said, be vulnerable. And if you look in the mirror and your eyes are still closed, you're not going to make a difference. So
yeah.
You just got to try your best every day.
Yeah. Self-realization is hard, but then it gives you something to attain, gives you something to work on, or and better. And like you guys have been saying, I mean, it makes you feel better wanting to be better every day in whatever terms that comes to you. That comes from inside. We can only validate ourselves so much, or have others validate us, but your own validation of I'm good, I'm getting better, I feel better, this and that outweighs anything that's from the outside.
Yeah,
by far.
I'd agree with that.
Hey there, this is Corey from the Weekly Tall Talk podcast. If you like what you've been hearing, please consider going to patreon.com/TallTaleNetwork and becoming one of our patrons. We'd really appreciate it, and you'd help us get out some content later this year. Thanks.
Welcome back from those ads. We're at our final segment, and we got another good question for you guys if you were ready.
I'm ready.
What? Yeah. Yes.
All right. Moving right along. Xavier, I like the enthusiasm. Don't let him ever dampen your shine, brother.
I won't.
Good. Kill him. Moving right along. Moving right along. What is more important, being able to change what's immediately around you or changing the entire world? What's immediately around you or the entire world? Kids meal, Corey.
Oh, man.
Kids.
You going to go with Officer Fun Size?
Kids meal.
Yes. Yes.
Let's do it, bro. I know you got a good answer.
Yeah. You know what?
I feel it.
I think I'm going to go where I feel the consensus was just a little bit earlier, which is changing what is immediately around you.
Right.
I think that is most important because, frankly, I know that we haven't been answering the show as like if it were like reality and these things were to be truths, but I think that it would be an impossibility to try and change the world. Having our choices the way we did, like, you know, denuclearizing the world would be, 100% better for everyone. Religion, maybe not so much. Gasoline, not so much. But like being able to change immediately what's around you, that's what you deal with every single day of your life. It's who you see, it's who you know. It's having these interactions that you have to confront every single day. And if you're in a space where every day is a confrontation or every day is a battle, then you're not going to flourish. You're not going to be able to do the things that you want to do. So having an impact with what's around you, like we're saying, not just body positivity, but mental health and your friendships and working on doing the things that you need to operate, I think is important. And if you can successfully communicate that with the people around you, your neighbors, your friends, your family members, whoever you consider to be your family, that is the change that is going to become an echo chamber for yourself. So yeah, that's my rant. What do you guys
That's a
think?
great one.
Was it good? I practiced. I wrote it down.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly, man. I not to steal anybody else's answer before it's my time, but just to chime in with this, the extra value meal, Corey over there, told me that.
Love it. Keep going.
No, what you said earlier about
Keep going.
no, but what Corey was talking about earlier about spreading change within your life. If it's in your immediate circle, and then those people go and change another person's life, and then that immediate circle starts switching. So you're saying changing the world as a whole nearly impossible, but enough change could change enough people's lives where it makes a difference on a bigger level than just ourselves. So I agree with your answer. I'm going to go later, but I just wanted to chime in and say that kind of ties into a point earlier that the other half of the duo made.
Like changing something that's within that immediate area, immediately close to you, can trickle down to have effects in other people's lives. And maybe that, like you said, can trickle down to someone else's life. Thus maybe spreading change in your own community, and maybe that could spread out to a larger community. So maybe slowly you can change the world.
Yeah.
It just take eons.
Give us enough time.
And there's I'm not going to go too much into this because it's something that I'm continuing to learn as I go. But there's a lot of anarchist ideology that I've really been studying and listening to the voices of people who are involved into the anarchist community. And a lot of it is about improving the society that you currently live in and improving the lives of people around you by learning first aid, by giving to food programs like Food Not Bombs, who's currently facing legal issues, and doing these things that the law says, yeah, maybe, don't do that because we're not cool with it, but is the right thing to do. And treating people with decency and kindness at face value, I think is the least that we could all do.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was beautiful.
Treat folks as you want to be treated. You want to be treated well, treat others well.
Yeah,
I think.
Right.
Well, Master to my blaster, you got anything to add to that?
I like it.
I love that.
Master to my blaster.
Man, keep them.
Very nice.
Keep them coming. I love it. I think
I'm trying to think of them on the spot.
Yeah, we're trying to do it like right here, right now.
I love it. All right. So, I absolutely love that. And this is where, you build off of, I'm going to answer this just from experience. So, we have the opportunity to have a lot of followers, which I'm thankful for. I really am. And we get to, operate in front of on a phone to try and change someone's world. But I really liked how you said about, community and that I had the opportunity for was people have recently started sending me money online, and I donated that to the Boys and Girls Club, the local Boys and Girls Club here.
Nice.
So now my positive effect has donated to 450 kids are going to be fed for a week for that. Which I'm super thankful I've had the opportunity to do that. But with that positive effect, my workplace donated as well because they caught wind that I did that.
Amazing.
So just by doing the things that you're talking about in your personal life, it is always going to have an effect on somebody else, even if you don't see it. And I really, really like how you're talking about, you're bettering yourself, and the better version of yourself is going to go a long way with that inner circle of people that are going to talk to other people and affect those people that are around them, and so on and so forth. You can't change the whole world at once as much as you would like to. Everybody's not perfect. If everybody was perfect, what the hell would we talking about? We wouldn't have anything to talk or work on. What is life without that?
Exactly.
Right. So, if you can make that positive change where somebody's following suit with you, or how can I help out? I really liked how I've actually just got into this opportunity to be able to help out the community, and it's already had that effect of the ripple effect where somebody else donated, and then somebody else, like the local fire department, donated right after I did.
Wow.
Amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah, leading a chain, man. And like that's exactly what you're saying. Like, you are changing the world by changing the world immediately around you.
Mm-hmm.
People are noticing those kindnesses and wanting, they're being inspired to add on to them. And that is the light that we need to see.
Right. For sure.
I can't remember the correct idiom, but I think it's you're only doing as well as your brother. There's something along those lines.
Right, something along those lines.
If the person next to you isn't, on two legs and able to do everything that you can, then you need to be able to help them in any way that you can, because you have the power to. And whether it, like, one of my favorite things to do was in Portland was there's a place called the Blanchet House, which feeds the homeless community 3 times a day. So that's how I'd start off my mornings for a good couple months, was just going there at 6 a.m. and doing that. And like, it didn't cost me anything to do. It was literally just like, well, I'm awake at 6 in the morning. I might as well go do this. But like, I fed, I don't know, 100 to 200 people within the span of a couple hours. And it felt great. And
That's good.
It was just like, well, they can go about their day now. And I'm okay knowing that I did the minimal, the bare minimum I could.
Just helping out your fellow man. Yeah.
Yeah. And it didn't involve me
Camaraderie.
donating money or resources. That was purely time. That was,
Right.
and
Time and effort.
Yeah.
Anything
Very
that
nice.
you can donate to one another is always going to have effect on somebody, even if it's having a shoulder to cry on. And I really like how,
that's for
we've
sure.
been talking about that, being vulnerable and being there for each other.
Yep.
Just reach out, man. Reach out if you want help, or reach out if you want to check in. Hey, it's so easy now.
Absolutely.
So easy.
So, Cale, do you want to finish your thought? No.
I'm good. No, that's good for me.
Somebody needs to call him little Cale. Okay.
Cale? Dude,
Little
that's
Cale,
what
you all
Shaq calls him. You too, little Cale?
Ooh. Hey, little Cale, how are you? Doing well in your little podcast? No, just echoing everything you guys said. I mean, change starts with you. And then if you can bring positivity and love to those around you, then, hopefully it spreads and is contagious. That's all we can hope for. Just trying to be better on our day-to-day stuff. Just being the kindness that the world needs.
Yeah, exactly. People flock to that. They flock to that kindness and positivity.
For sure.
Well, do we want to wrap this up by having a question for our very special guest, Big Guy Corey?
Let's do it. Are you ready, sir?
I'm always ready to eat.
There we go.
There it is.
Give him his lunch.
That's what I need to hear.
Love
Ring the dinner bell.
Bring the brisket. Let's
here
go,
we go.
boys.
Yeah, there it is. Give it to her. What's a final message you'd like to leave our guests with? What's your send off? What's your final thoughts on it? Hearing everything today? Let's hear it, brother. The floor is yours. Once
My
again.
final message. Well, first of all, I want to appreciate you guys giving me the floor and this platform to be able to talk today. So without you guys,
Happy to
I wouldn't
have
be
you.
able to say this.
Yeah.
So I very much appreciate every single one of you. And especially since I
Appreciate you,
get to
bro.
share names with one of them, you know what I mean? So it's kind of a
Right
good
on.
moment.
Yeah,
for me.
yeah,
It's a
there
big,
it
it's
is.
a
It's
big,
meant to
big
be.
moment for me. Okay.
I'm going to be honest.
sure.
I felt just a little bit more connection with you than my other two friends, like, this whole time. I don't know if that's just me.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
I feel you,
Well,
man.
you should have
We've been
known.
replaced.
Your name's not Corey.
We've been replaced.
Yeah, you're
we're
Cale.
out.
You
and
only
I'm
have the
Xavier.
first letter. It's not even close.
Yeah,
Damn it.
I'm not even near you on the alphabet.
No, you're on the polar opposite. You're down there.
alien
You're way
spectrum.
down there.
You only know my diet, not my feelings. Okay.
Oh, I like it.
But yeah, like I said, thank you guys so much. And one more, one thing I want to say to everybody, and I say it every single day: be confident in you are and what you do every single day. It does not matter what anybody thinks of you. Don't care about what anybody thinks. Block out the noise. You are who you are. And you know what? I'm a firm believer in that people can make changes in their life, but you're not going to, you are who you are. You don't need to change as a person to fit in with society. You're going to be you and you're going to live your life. And I want you to be able to live your life and be confident in who you are. If you want to go out and, post a new picture of yourself because, you were too scared to do it, go ahead and do it. Who cares? And if you can show that you're happy and show that you're living the life that a lot of people don't get to do, and you get to build that fear of missing out, FOMO, I'm a big believer in that. And, that was part of my social gathering online was just, people feel like, a big dude can't be able to, I'm going to use this word, look sexy online, you know what I mean? And be the good looking dude at the party. You know what I mean? I've always been the big guy at the party, but you know what, when you're online and these people make you feel as confident as you are because you're confident in your own skin, that you can be that man and you can, be the person you always wanted to be. And it's not because of all these people that make you feel that way. That's a nice feeling. But just be confident in who you are and own who you are. You don't have to change for anybody. Be the best version of you. You're not going to change yourself overnight.
True. It takes time.
Yeah,
sure.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Corey. I think that's a perfect message to leave out on. I think that was really well said.
Hey, I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you again for coming on our podcast, man. This has been one of our most intimate episodes.
For sure.
I really appreciate where this whole conversation has gone, and you fucking kicked ass, man. We can't wait to hear a lot more from you going forward. We're definitely going to have you back. And, I mean, if we're ever in the same space together, we'll do some skits, and we'll bring those out on social media too. But speaking of socials, Corey, BigGuyCory, how can we find you online?
Hey, you hit the nail on the head, brother. You can find me at BigGuyCory on TikTok, also on Instagram, BigGuyCory. There's no E in it, no need for the extra vowel. So all one word.
C-R-Y.
And C-O-R-Y. If you find, look me up, BigGuyCory. If you can find my buddy Cale here, if you want to shout him out, brother.
You can find me on Instagram at TallTaleCale with an underscore in between each word and a C instead of a K for Cale. And on TikTok, I am bearded_giant. We also have the weekly Tall Talk on TikTok. The weekly Tall Talk, all one word. We post our little previews of the episodes, little things here and there, the skits we're getting into, much more on the way. But also follow us on YouTube. Our channel name is The Weekly Tall Talk. We're getting back into our live shows. We're back up and running. We're going to be diving back into that. We appreciate the support, the subscribers, and liking the videos. So it makes a huge difference for us. Come through when we do our live shows. We take the breaks to respond to chat and talk to everybody and respond to anybody and everybody. And we love the interaction. So check us out. Corey, where the hell can they find you?
My home address, or what are you thinking?
Business, please.
Oh, okay. Cale, what's your home address?
Oh God, Xavier.
No, if you want to find me online, you can find me on Instagram at Corey.Ondrey, COREY.ONDREY. I try to respond to every message that I get. I don't get many, but I do what I can. And I do appreciate your support. But if you want to find us on Instagram, you can also find us at The Weekly Tall Talk. We post skits. We just did a few outdoor travel photo sets. Cale went to Argentina. Xavier went to Japan, and we collectively went to the Sequoia National Forest, and we got some pictures up there if you're interested in that. And Xavier, what about you, man? What do you got for us?
And if you guys have any questions or answers, you can feel free to email us at talltalenetwork@gmail.com. And also feel free to become a patron. We have a Patreon set up, and that is patreon.com/talltalenetwork. And you also can get a link to our Discord as well.
Hey, just let you know, folks, we'll tall tale you later.